adding a couple of hours during the week. I'd keep the Saturday thing and just, but whatever, we'll see. I don't even know if the Saturday thing's working. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll see when I get there.
Yeah, we need a 60s style revolution in that damn.
Fuck back. What does that mean, Remy? What, I just open the room and then leave? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What the hell? Where do I ease back to? Ease back to what? To my pointless and irrelevant life I had before? I don't understand exactly what you're saying. No, whatever. I don't know about where these sheeple are, but whatever. If you read the last two words of my chat, you will be confused. I don't know what to. I don't know.
Hey, Gary, do people ever tell you that it takes more faith to be an atheist than whatever they are?
I've never really heard the argument, I guess. I mean, I've heard them people say things about how there's atheism is somehow associated with a faith-based belief, and it's like, bullshit. I mean, obviously, it's not like you're having a faith in what? Oh, science? No, it's not faith then, idiots. It's evidence. So it's a different standard. So, I mean, people don't know. I mean, know what the real problem is? Is that word faith means two different things. You know what I mean? It has like two different definitions. And so that's what fucks it up. I mean, is it confidence, or is it this idea of hope, or what exactly is this stupid faith word made up out of?
Yeah, this is how I always respond to it. If you show me God, I'll believe in him in a second. But if I show you no God, you'll continue to believe in him.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess if you gave them definitive evidence of no God, like God's, like maybe God's grave, like God is, if you actually proved that God, had a cardiac infarction or something, and he died, and show them like this. Well, look, here's God. He's got maggots are eating him. He's dead. Or something like that. Some way you could actually prove to them that it's, just a pile of shit.
And then him, have you seen You Are in the Villages?
I don't know. Probably not. It's kind of a shitty name. Ugh, with that kid stuff again, Remy. But anyway, yeah, good night. You stupid fucking skanky cunt. I don't know. Yeah, you're tolerable. Yeah, Remy's old. We're all old. Yep. Getting older by the minute.
Like, what do people mean when they say prove you can't prove there is no God? What like? Isn't it enough that archaeology and comparative mythology and stuff all points to all indicates that religion is totally made up by people? And
I said it. It's really not about the proof or the evidence. I guess the people believe because they want to believe. Because even when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, you know what I mean? They kind of like, they really humiliated the hell out of Christianity and Judaism. I mean, because it basically pointed out that they invented, their one god out of a whole family of gods. That was basically Zeus theory or something. That the Christian god was really the son-in-law of the other guy God. I mean, it was all this kind of just convoluted soap opera God bullshit, and it just, and they washed all that away. They just pretended like, oh, they never found those.
Yeah, the whole logical argument that they're trying to engage in, standard of evidence, like they show you the Shroud of Turin or some bullshit. That's just after the fact, because they believe first, and then they pretend like they're believing in it rationally after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely a rationalization. I mean, it's completely, they contrive an excuse to maintain the tradition, because that's what it is. It's a sacred tradition. It's a sacred cow, and that's the obstacle. That's what we're really fighting. And I think we're fighting this perception that it's their home team. It's like trying to tell somebody, that their home basketball team is really a bunch of losers and bad guys, and it's it's just so hard to get through that affection. They have an affection for it, and that's what you're fighting. You're fighting their friendship with their religion.
Yeah, it's just like these are the people we have to have conversations with, and it's just really frustrating, you know. Yeah, I'm sure you. Yeah. Uh,
It's fucks with you. I mean, it's there your whole life. I mean, I have a whole story involving my sister, but she got caught up in fundamentalist Christianity and completely destroyed. I mean, she basically killed her in my head. You know what I mean? She was just I couldn't even relate to her at any level anymore. And then she died of cancer, and it was just so fucking fucked up, because it's like theoretically she died in my head like 5 years before. It was like but I never got her back. You know what I mean? It was good, but it was bad. But I mean, it's just so fucked up. I mean, it's just so fucked up what this stupid religion does to people. Is it took a rational human being and turned her to a complete imbecile. I mean, she was just a complete fucking imbecile.
Was she diagnosed with cancer before she became fundamentalist? Is
No,
that why?
no. What happened was she went to California, and kind of got caught up in a lot of drug culture and sex and bullshit, and got fucked over by a couple of guys and blah blah blah. And, abortion, this, that, the other thing, all that kind of shit. And so she went, she did the opposite extreme thing. You know what I mean? The hooker reformation or whatever. She went from the sinner to the purist, and she was just. It was just amazing. I mean, she went to California as one person, and when she got back, she was just. I couldn't have a conversation with her. It was just, we used to smoke pot together, and when she came back, she was just this naggy, bitchy, pain in the ass who didn't have a goddamn, not an intelligent word would come out of her mouth. She'd be always, every time I'd see her, she'd be shoving a pamphlet in my hand, proving how dinosaurs didn't really exist, or some kind of, religious propaganda. It's like my fucking sister just shoving pamphlets at me. It was like, holy fucking shit. Just bizarre.
Yeah, well, in some senses, it's just a coping mechanism. She probably didn't really, didn't really like the life that she'd carved out for herself in California, and so, in order to remain happy and like okay with
Oh
herself,
yeah, it was completely psychology.
yeah,
I mean, you could just blueprint it. It was just so obvious what was going on. I mean, just having a complete psychological breakdown, and that's what was so tragic about it. It's just just complete destruction of a human being by this silly solution to real human problems.
yeah. But I'm saying maybe the problem existed before the religion, and that was just like a story that was, comforting to her. But I don't know if it necessarily was the cause.
Well, I would maybe concede to that argument if she became a little bit religious. You know what I mean? If she became a little Catholic or something, or she became. But no, I'm talking. She became, whatever they call those people, those right-wing Christian-y nuts, Pentecostal. She became a Pentecostal Christian. And they're just nutty fanatics.
She probably latched onto it initially for the, psychological benefits, and then they sort of hooked her in.
I'm sure it was just the same. Like I said, it's all about that society thing, and these people love me for who I am, or some kind of bullshit like that, or whatever the nonsense was. But whatever.